And welcome to Independence Live, Gary.
Cheers, Kevin.
We've had you down here before, but I don't think we've done an interview with you.
Not as yet.
Okay, so we've got Gary Kelly here. He's the named organiser for All Under One Banner Edinburgh. That's right, Gary, yeah?
Aye, Edinburgh and Glasgow I do.
Right, okay. And we're here to get people to ask you questions from the internet, right? But we'll also maybe talk about All Under One Banner and, you know, how it started, how you get involved, etc. But shall we kick off with a question?
Fire a bit.
Right, okay, so if you want to send a question to Gary, you've got the hashtag AskGary AUOB. Dear God, get mixed up. Okay, so if you want to send a message on Twitter, the hashtag is AskGaryAUOB, okay? Or you can send it to our live stream, the question on our live stream channel for this event, which is livestream.com/independencelive. If you go there, you'll see the live event, okay? You can send a question there. Right, okay, let's have a look at Twitter. Right, we've got one from Boomers at DGP for Indy. Don't know if you can see this, Gary. Hi there, can I get a straight answer for my coach driver on Saturday? Where does he drop us and where do we get him at the end? Original post says drop at Melville Drive, pick up at Regent's Road. Is that still the plan?
Johnston Terrace is actually the drop-off point and Regent Road is a pick-up plan. We're trying to arrange people to be there for roughly 6 o'clock at night because the rally will run to roughly 5 o'clock, maybe 5:30, slightly later.
Right, okay. So I hope that answers your question. We've got one from Thomas on Twitter. Hi Gary, was leaving it until 3 weeks prior to the event, despite promoting it for months before asking for permission to use HR Park, a massive cock-up or a brilliant PR trick to rally the troops?
Depends what way you look at it. The application was actually placed in March this year, so Historic Scotland were well aware of your intentions to use that land. The meeting process doesn't actually happen until 3 months in advance to any public procession around Scotland. So that was, Historic Scotland failed to attend these meetings. They will actually attend another meeting tomorrow. In the interest of public safety, I've called another meeting, so Historic Scotland will have to answer to us, obviously, why they refused under political grounds, when even the political stance is actually a philosopher's belief now, so they're actually breaching international law.
Okay, right, can you maybe tell us a bit about All Under One Banner? Where, you know, when did it start and how long you've been involved with it?
All Under One Banner started up in 2014. I didn't actually become an active member until 2016, where I just turned up as a normal human, turning up flying a flag to support a good cause, obviously. And since then I've sort of got myself more involved as a named organiser for All Under One Banner. As you see, the numbers have slowly escalated all year, starting with Glasgow to set the presidents of 60,000 people. Then we moved on to Dumfries, where we took 10,000 people to Dumfries, which is a big haul, basically hitting Dumfries and bringing that amount of people to it. Then we had Bannockburn with 20,000 people. Inverness we had 16,000 people. Then on to Dundee we had another 14,000. And now we've got the capital, Edinburgh, which is going to be the biggest public procession Edinburgh has ever seen.
It's talking about Glasgow. I was busy at Glasgow Green doing all the technical for the live streaming, but I was quite shocked looking at the live streams because we had the kind of famous one for Fiona on the bridge.
That was a good sight to do that one with.
So I was dumbstruck with that one. I couldn't believe it, but that really has ignited it. It's not the same old faces. There's a lot of other people now getting involved with these.
Well, it's hard. A lot of people say it's the same faces at these crowds. Well, they must have multiple faces if we end up with 60,000 people at some of the marches. They must clone themselves a few times, eh? Yeah,
no, absolutely. Okay, let's see if we get another question here. Right, Colin Dunn, right, it's on behalf of William Thompson, who I know actually, a good guy. An event organiser feels that marches should have some concrete aim of planned outcome rather than just being a march. What's your opinion and what happens after All Under One Banner Edinburgh?
You know, as everybody's aware, we've got a full calendar set up for next year, including a couple of other cities we've not actually descended upon. Obviously, we're building momentum up with some of the cities we have done previously, and we're looking to hopefully make them bigger again next year. The marches are a big ask, if you ask me, because people around the world see the Scottish independence movement are not going away. We are still going to be here, irrelevantly, until we have another referendum.
Any thoughts on it, actually?
What?
Next referendum?
Preferably before Brexit, but I don't see that happening, obviously.
So, no big announcements at the SNP conference?
I would hope so, but obviously we can't urge that. Obviously it's down to the SNP to decide that ourselves, obviously. But the people have spoken, obviously, this year we have.
Yeah. Right, another question. We've got Craig the Pict. I know Craig, he's another very good person. Hi Gary, the All Under One Banner marches have been very successful. Compared to Catalonia though, we still have a long way to go. How can we grow the marches further in terms of numbers, visuals, audio and impact? Cheers, and see you at All Under One Banner Edinburgh.
Well, it's hard to compare Scotland to Catalonia because they're all more in a close-knit area, whereas Scotland's a bigger area, a big vast area basically to try and get people united. Glasgow, we've done it obviously. Edinburgh, we will do it. Even Inverness, the Highlands, to get 16,000 people in the Highlands was a big major achievement this year. It's not something the Highlands have ever seen before.
Yeah, no, I'm very impressed with that as well. I think someone actually from Skye was looking for All Under One Banner. Was it Skye? It might have been Skye, it might have been another island actually.
That's fine. We try to get everybody happy with what we actually choose to go next year. Is obviously another process as well. We can't go to every single city everybody wants us to go to. Yeah. So as a committee we've got to decide what's best for us as a movement. Alright,
I'm trying to... Okay, so if you've got a question for Gary, right, if you're watching this on Facebook, it's really quite tricky because it's going out to Facebook, Twitter, our live stream channel, YouTube, right? So it's quite difficult to monitor all this, right? So if you're on Twitter, right, hashtag AskGaryAUOB, right? And again, if you're on a live stream channel, put that in as well. We'll have a quick look at the livestream.com event, see if we'll get anybody. Well, it's went live. Okay, folks, I'm just going to do a quick shifty over here because it's not coming up. It's saying it's live, which I'm slightly concerned about. Let's see. Quick refresh. Yes, there we are. That was a bit of a panic there. Okay. It's only me in here, so I'm having to do everything at the moment. Let's send a message. Okay, so you're watching on my livestream.com/independence live channel. I know there's people watching. Why don't you send us a message? Okay, there they are. Got question. Right, there you go. Okay, so fired that off. Right, so we're monitoring it in livestream.com/independence live. You'll see the event live there. Also, we're monitoring questions come through Twitter. I might jump on and have a look at our Facebook, right? If things are a bit quiet on Twitter, let's see. Remember to share the events, folks. As always, please share the events. Okay, we're getting...
Well, Facebook has actually stopped notifications for the Under One Banner actual event page. So if you see a post coming up, please share it because the notifications have stopped for this event.
All right, let's have a look at Facebook. See what we've got happening here. So can you maybe tell us about your discussions with Hess?
Well, there's a meeting being called for 1:30 tomorrow in the interest of public safety. I've suggested that Historic Environment of Scotland attend this meeting, which they have agreed, and they will be attending this meeting. So we will have a debate as such with Historic Scotland on these issues about the rally. But either way, we have two plans in force, obviously.
Right, I've got one from Dean Halliday. Does All Under One Banner consider the Culloden protest site at Holyrood a health and safety issue for the All Under One Banner event at Holyrood?
No, not at all, Dean. I totally support and totally endorse the Culloden protest site within Holyrood grounds. Totally.
Alright, I'm trying to get the comments up on this iPad. So Edinburgh's the last event for this year.
Well, there is another event, but it's not on the one banner event. There's a Culloden protest set up for the 13th of October as well, which I do urge people to try and attend if they can.
Right, okay. So you all set for?
We're all as good as I've ever been ready.
So
the thing about Glasgow this year, we actually had to change the route 24 hours before it actually went ahead, so this is not unfamiliar territory for us at the end of the day. It's just how we actually deal with it as a person and as an organisation.
So it's going to be lastminute.com?
Basically yes, because that meeting will probably finish about 3 o'clock, so I'll give us time to go onto social media to let everybody know the outcome of said meeting. So and also the National will be in touch as well to do an article as well for the Saturday morning.
Yeah, I think a lot of people have been a bit confused.
There's a lot of conflicting interest because there was a lot of other events set up previously as well using the old route as well. They actually contact them to explain we're not using Princess Street. Right. It's causing a lot of confusion. A couple of them have actually removed it, but there's a couple we're still waiting on as well.
Has this been a bit more difficult to set up than?
Edinburgh Council was actually very easy to accommodate for us, to be honest with you. It's a different experience with facing Glasgow City Council. Edinburgh Council have been actually very accommodating apart from this historic Scotland problem.
Right.
As I said, the council did state it was a 5% chance we would be approved, so obviously we inquired and our inquiries were refused basically, so we actually lodged an official application which hasn't actually been answered to.
Alright, you've got a couple of comments here. William McInnes, this is on Facebook. I was trying to avoid getting onto Facebook and just try to keep my head around all these different places going to live stream to. Keep up the good work, Gary. See you on Saturday. Nice little comment.
Brilliant.
Samantha McKinnon won't stop us. Wendy MacDonald, all in the banner will overcome all barriers put in their way. Ian Russell, we go ahead, no stopping us. So, nice wee comments there. But I mean, there is, some people do have problems because it's not fixed in concrete, you know, where it's going to happen. But this is really down to Hess. I mean, they've got that ground there, right?
Well, how can they actually state it's a political movement, considering every castle around Scotland has a Union Jack above it? That's a political statement within its own. They should have a saltire. You go to any castle in England, they have the English flag up there, but not in Scotland.
Right, I'm just trying to see all these other comments. Because I'm looking at an iPad, it makes it a bit more trickier. Let's see. So I didn't know that, so that the flags and all the kind of...
Well, I was looking into some of the castles last night. One in particular, Warwick Castle, that has the St George flag flying proudly above it, as it should, because England's a proud nation, just like Scotland's a proud nation. Yeah. But we have a political flag above our castles, and it's not even a country's flag, it's a union.
Right, let's see if I can access all these other messages. Wendy MacDonald will never stop the determination of the Scottish people. Geordie, Cartha. Oh, that's a comment to someone else. We are, Ian Russell again, we are the independence movement, not political. Wendy's saying Hess are being biased.
Biased, discriminative, racial, there's that many things you can actually define this with.
So, when's your next meeting?
Tomorrow at 1:30.
Okay, 1:30 tomorrow. So after that, when can we expect that kind of update?
Hopefully about 3 o'clock onwards, obviously still to travel back, but we'll try and update everybody as quick as possible, obviously, read what happens in the meeting.
Okay, so...
Obviously we'll be challenging Historic Environmental Scotland on their discriminative behaviour towards the Yes movement and the people of Scotland.
Right, so you heard that here. So they'll be round about 3 o'clock tomorrow. All being well, you'll be able to give us an update from the HES meeting?
Whatever happens at the meeting, obviously we will publish exactly what happened behind the scenes, basically at the end of the day, where it's been approved or refused. Either way, we will publish what exactly happens in that meeting, and we will discuss our next move, basically.
Right, so we'll have it maybe a definitive tomorrow night of where it will actually...
Where the rally will be, whether it will be Holyrood Park or whether it will be on Queen's Drive.
Right, okay. There you go, folks. I don't know what this means, but Edith Steele asked Gary, is there wedding bells afoot?
No, there's no Edith.
Oh dear. Right, I just can't get seeing all these comments in the iPad. Right, let's see, there's a way to do this, I'm sure there is. Let's have a look. What I need is my other laptop to look at Facebook. It's a pain in the butt. Right, let's have a little look at, see if we get any in there.
You'll probably get more on Facebook than
I
anyone
know,
else, to be honest with you.
Facebook is pretty good. Right, so it's going out to our Independence Live Facebook page. I believe it's also going out to, we are still at 45%. So I'll check it. I'll check in with them as well. Let's see. All right, got a question. I'll get one from, this is my live stream channel. It's livestream.com/independence-live. I'll get one from Mark Booth. So 48 hours to go until the event. Where do things stand as of this moment? I think we can answer that, but I'll read it anyway. So 40 hours to go until the event. Where do things stand as far as this moment with regards to the rally? Are you going to set up in the park regardless?
Overall position, basically, we will discuss it with Historic Environmental Scotland on the day, but the actual decision on the day will be held by myself as named organiser and Police Scotland, whether they assist us or whether they try and restrict us.
Right, so it's okay. Right, so, and Mark's actually also responded with, I guess that answers my question. So, right, okay, so if you get any more questions, people, please send them. Yeah, we're waiting for them, okay? We'll maybe be here till about, I don't know, 1:30 or something like that, yeah? Just chatting. Okay, let's have a look at...
just try to help remove any confusion that the event actually does have.
Exactly, but it's going ahead.
It's going ahead anyway, you can't actually stop the will of the Scottish people.
Right, so it's happening, right? No doubt about that, folks, it's happening, okay? Right, so we're getting nothing in Twitter at the moment. Let's check. So if you want to send a message to Gary, it's hashtag AskGary, UOB. I can't see
UOB.
I'll get you to say it. I'm having a brain fart. Right, okay. Right. Any more questions of our live stream channel? Thanks for that, Marky. Okay, I know there's at least 11 people watching on there. Oh, it's also going out on YouTube. I should maybe have a little look at YouTube, see what's happening there. Any questions on YouTube channel? So please do follow us in the social media platforms, people. When we go live, it can just appear. So if you're following us, you get informed, again, for All Under One Banner as well, of course. In fact, I think I'm putting it out on All Under One Banner Facebook page. Forgot about that. Right.
I'll need to stick you on the other ones as well.
Oh jeez, there you go. Let's have a look at it, see if we get any questions coming through here. It's a lot trickier trying to do it. And so if you're watching it on YouTube, post a message, we'll try and monitor that as well. Oh God, I'm live. I'll just pause that. Save my bandwidth. Right, Facebook. Let's go to. We'll go to All Under One Banner. I'm sure we're live in it. I'm sure I selected All Under One Banner. So this has been simulcast to Twitter, YouTube, our live stream channel, Facebook. Three places in Facebook. It's all also embedded in our website, independence-live.net, and I think other ones as well. Yes Scotland TV. Right, let's see if but there you go, we're live. Right, let's see if we get questions in All Under One Banner page. I was trying to avoid doing this.
Facebook's a lot more busier most of the time, to be honest with you.
Facebook is the best for the comments, but when you've got an iPad, it's a pain. Okay, so Debbie Lecky, how many do you think there'll be on Saturday? Are hoping for?
Well, I done a poll on my own profile the other day asking people what they thought, basically under 50,000 or over 50,000. That finished at 90% ratio of over 50,000, so we've increased the application to 50,000 as well to protect ourselves as organisation.
Right, okay. Murray Wellwood on the All Under One Banner Facebook page. Hopefully Hess will see sense. Absolutely. Again, same person, and Saturday there'll still be speeches or other things going to happen in the park. This is my first march and I'm looking forward to it. Good on you, Murray. Please try and bring along some friends.
But Murray, pop over to the On The One Banner stall and state at this is your first march as well, please. They'll have a wee gift there for you.
Oh, brilliant, is that right? So
the first marcher's badge.
Alright, okay, so that's pretty cool. So if you're the first time marcher,
pop over to the On The One Banner stall.
And you get a little badge for free. That's a good momentum, I would say. If you're, okay, and we've got Bill Hill, more power to your elbow. Pretty good. Right, so let's now have a look at the 45 Facebook page, see what's happening there. Okay, so if you're on Twitter watching this, with Periscope, hashtag AskGaryAUOB, and send us a message. Again, if you're on a live stream channel, any of the other watching it elsewhere, it makes it a bit easier if you also put that hashtag in. As you can see, it's on the bloody screen, right? So you can't miss it. Don't make me say it.
As long as you don't keep saying it.
Don't make me say it. Right, I think we're going to have to have a coffee break at some point. Right, okay, so it's 45. We are the 45. Right, just jump on here. I can only see the first 4 comments in Facebook pages. There is another way to do this, but I can't work it out at the moment on the iPad. Right, come on. Dang, it's time coming up in your page there. Oh no, 45.
Now don't forget, people, there's also a petition out there as well, so if you've not signed it yet, sign the petition and share it on, please.
Alright, let's have a look here. 45. Christine, we did protest at Stirling Castle on Monday. That's the 500 walk, and they did not ask us to leave when speaking to one of their head staff. Don't know, that's obviously some ongoing conversation. Fred Lovell, see you Saturday, guys. Yeah. Linda Winnie Quigg, will there be an announcement on Facebook regarding the outcome of the meeting with Historic Environment Scotland? We've already been talking about that. So maybe tomorrow after Gary has the meeting.
And once we finish the actual meeting, we'll launch a statement on the On The One Banner page. Other than that, we might do a live video to actually explain exactly what happened in the said meeting.
Okay, brilliant. And the live video, there'll be a little live stream to your Facebook page?
Yeah, you could easily do it that way. It's just straight live on the One Banner page.
Okay, fantastic. Live streaming, jumping in here. It's really a powerful little tool for yes groups and that.
100%.
Gary, you know, I keep banging on about it. I did a little live stream earlier on just to promote this, and a £1 selfie stick, a crappy old iPhone 5, you know.
It still works, it still does the damage.
It does the damage, you know. And if you're in a yes group, you can do a little 1 minute, live streams of your activity, yes stall, stalls or leafleting or your group meeting, just short ones, and get them shared out by activists. Right, anyway, we've got Pat Patterson, looking forward to Saturday march. Rightio. Okay, let's check out Twitter again, see if we get in on Twitter. If you're on Twitter, ask Gary. Okay, we've got another one for Pilar. Good friend Pilar Fernandez. Could you tell us, this has come out on Twitter, could you tell us if there is any problem with Police Scotland, or if there is only a problem with Hess? It's all Hess, isn't it?
Well, it is his, but at the same time, it's the chief inspector sort of playing down all numbers. He doesn't actually anticipate we're going to bring as much people as we are going to bring. So the chief inspector is a wee bit of a problem as well, because he's downplaying the actual event. Right. But at the same time, he quoted numbers of 30,000 in the last meeting. I asked him how he got the numbers, and he told me it was by rumour. Well, we work with facts and figures. We don't work with rumours. So I've upped the application to 50,000 because we've put out 50,000 flyers to promote this, like we've done with Glasgow, and that's how we ended up with such a big day in Glasgow.
Wow. So you've done all that in Edinburgh?
We've done all that as well. We've done it everywhere around Scotland. Basically, these flyers have been sent everywhere. We had 50,000 of these printed out to promote Edinburgh in the last couple of weeks.
That's a big job, isn't it, tonight? Those leaflets, I've done it.
Well, they've ended up everywhere around Scotland at the end of the day.
Right.
You find them lying about in public libraries, buses, train stations, they're everywhere basically.
So you've got a network of people or groups that are...
Well, we're only successful as activists who actually support us. At the end of the day, without everybody's support all around Scotland, all under one banner, wouldn't be success, exactly what it is.
Yeah,
everybody who's involved in it, in the smallest bit of detail, everybody puts in their own effort, and it's all accounted for.
How can people get actually involved with All Under One Banner if they wanted to?
Well, it's contacting either on the One Banner page, or turn up to any of our stewards meetings or any other meetings that we usually call, basically, and try and obviously speak with us, and we'll try and discuss anything we've got upcoming. Obviously, we try to be inclusive to everybody within the movement, obviously, but we've got to answer to ourselves and our own committee, obviously, to discuss everything that we're actually doing.
And talking about stewards, how's that going? I know you were advertising for it. I've been promoting it.
Stewards, we always need more stewards. Glasgow City Council put a ratio of 10 to 1 stewarding ratios, when in fact it should actually be 100 to 1 using the Purple Book of Public Processions, but Glasgow still don't fold on it. Edinburgh haven't actually been very pressure. They hadn't put any pressure on us really, apart from make sure you've got stewards. They never gave us a specific ratio to apply with. Obviously, the recommended steward ratio is not enforceable by law, it's recommended. Right.
Okay, so, and the gathering point for the stewards?
Johnston Terrace has been totally closed off. If we get the numbers we actually anticipate, Castle Terrace will be closed off as well, which will give us plenty of length and width to actually gather to get ready to proceed ahead with the procession.
So that the gathering point is Johnston Terrace?
Yeah. Okay. There's also somebody else who set up a photo shoot opportunity outside Edinburgh Castle as well at the Escalade. That starts at 12 o'clock. Obviously Historic Scotland will more likely try and remove people from said land, but I'm sure Police Scotland will not comply.
Right, okay, that's very interesting. So that's at what time?
12 o'clock that starts.
12 o'clock, okay. Right, let's have a little look at the social media, see what we've got going on. Right, let's see. Refresh that page, get the new questions up, refresh. Oh, jeez. Anything on YouTube?
I like it.
YouTube's actually a really good place to watch these live streams, because the quality tends to be higher. Okay, all right. Let's nothing on there at the moment. Twitter. Right. Okay, and in here. Right. Some more from Mark Booth. What's any chance there'll be toilets on the park?
Yes, we've actually got toilets getting dropped off tomorrow morning. They will be sitting there ready for Saturday anyway. That was one of the terms of the agreed agreement with the council. Obviously we supply our own toilets.
Right, okay, so
rather than what you're seeing on our Force for Goods page, we will not be using Scottish Parliament's toilets, we have our own toilets.
Yeah, absolutely. Straight to the source. If you want the right information, contact All Under One Banner, right, on Twitter and maybe on Facebook. Yeah.
So we learned by our mistakes. We didn't use them in Glasgow because the People's Palace is a people's public place. That's why we didn't use them in Glasgow. Next year we will more likely use them next year, because we've learned by our mistakes.
Yeah, it was. I remember trying. I was stuck in that gazebo in Glasgow, bursting for the toilet, and I finally managed to get some time to get out, straight over to the palace, and they were working in the toilets.
That was the same last year as well.
Oh, very good. You've dropped your little thing again. Stick that on, though. So yeah, so that was that definitely a lesson learned. But do you know what? I mean, my God, you know what all under one banner have achieved has been quite spectacular.
Well, that's the things. These things cost us money, so we're only as good as the money we're actually got there to use, obviously. So every time we do a crowdfunding, we've got to explain the rigmarole exactly what it is we're crowdfunding for, and toilets is one of those needed essentials, obviously.
Yeah, and you know, nothing's free. You know,
no, obviously not.
That's for sure. Okay, so also what about first aid?
We've got a good first aid team. The guy that's actually heads that off usually does things like teeing the part and whatnot, so he's used to dealing with excess amount of numbers, obviously. Any more people who actually have first aid training and whatnot, we would urge them to actually contact us and actually help us as well. So if we get more qualified first aiders who have actually notified us, it helps us as well with the council as well, obviously having a first aid plan which we've already put into the council, but because the numbers have now been increased, the first aid plan needs to be increased as well.
So if you're interested, involved in that aspect,
contact the On One Banner page and pass on your details. That would help brilliantly, so it would.
Okay, so let's go to All on One Banner Facebook page. You're on Twitter, and you also get a website.
Yep.
Right, so the contact details will be there, right? Okay, so I was just thinking about, right, for people who want to put up stalls, there's no problem, is there? I mean,
there's no problem. The only thing I'm urging people not to do is not to bring spikes to dig into the ground, because that then leaves us with problems with dug up ground. So I agreed with SPCB, the Scottish Parliament corporate body, to use weighted sandbags and whatnot, and that way it does not damage any of the land around about Parliament or damage the land in Holyrood Park, wherever we actually do go ahead.
Okay, so it's weighted to hold them down.
I've contacted Historic Scotland and pointed out the fact the stage when they damage the ground, and there would the stages, because we would be using weighted stuff, so there wouldn't be any damage to the ground. There's not been any damage to any of the ground anywhere in Scotland we've been this year.
Right.
You contact any of the councils and they will actually say they've left it in better condition than we've actually found it.
So where will the people with the stalls or the gazebos go?
So far just now, unless we actually get Holyrood Park, right now basically as it stands, where Indie Camp used to be, on the right hand side, Queen's Drive has been totally closed off, and that is a grassy area as well as a path there as well, so that is more than sufficient enough to cope with most of the stalls. If not, we'll have there's a wee horsepen bit just across from Parliament, and that's all going to be totally closed off as well, so that is easily accessible as well for staging that as well, but preferably the easier plan would be to use Holyrood Park. Right, okay.
Liability insurance, do you know about this? Like some like people that might have stalls might be like companies in their own right, I think.
Most companies that do, they usually have their own liability insurance and whatnot, but the thing is with liability insurance, it's not actually enforceable, it's recommended. It's not actually enforceable by law. It's recommended to the organisers, it's not actually enforceable.
Right.
The same with the entertainment licence as well. The council asked me if I had an entertainment licence. Basically the simple line was, it's not an entertainment, try to free your country. Basically that was the speech that I stuck by, and they've actually accepted that, so I will not be paying an entertainment licence either.
What about you know, like stall holders that you know, if they're worried about, you know, some bizarre happens, right? A bizarre incident, right? Okay, and they're held liable for it, and they've got liability insurance, but if it's not in an officially sanctioned area.
No, well, the thing is, the Scottish Parliament ground has been officially sanctioned.
But that'll be fine if it's in the Scottish ground, but what if it's in the Hess?
Well, that's down to Hess to sort this out as well. That's my main problem with public safety, obviously, as well. That's why this other meeting's been called, because as organiser, I'm held responsible for everybody that's there on the day, and I feel as if public safety has been ignored by Police Scotland and by Hess.
Yeah, it's, I would imagine the police would be a bit more.
Well, they usually are. That's the thing.
Usually police are
what it is, Historic Scotland's trying to get Police Scotland to take the blame for anything that's going to happen on the day, which Police Scotland won't actually do, obviously.
Yeah.
Instead of asking us why don't you take the blame for anything that goes wrong, because we would quite happily take it, obviously. Because we know we're going to leave it in good condition.
Yeah, I mean, there have been absolutely no problems or incidents.
Well, I've stayed to 6 o'clock at night, 6:30 at night, everywhere we've been to this year, to make sure the tidy up process does go ahead with our usual organisation team, and we always leave it in better condition we found it.
So there you go, folks. Again, if you want to get involved, if you want to help with any tidy up that's required, right, you can contact or just get involved at the end.
So as much as the march doesn't actually leave to 1 o'clock, we're probably going to be on site for about 10 o'clock in the morning. We'll be lucky to leave before 6 or 7 o'clock on Saturday night.
I've actually got a question for you. Right, ask Gary, right? I was actually planning to be there for 9.
Well,
is that too early?
It's maybe just a touch early.
Alright, okay, that's good. An extra hour in bed.
Well, obviously help people for travelling times. If everybody travels through at different times, it helps everybody get there, because I can see the buses heading from Glasgow and any other city heading to Edinburgh will be quite full, so try and leave yourself enough time to catch the next bus or another bus after that, just in case, because these buses will be full.
Right, okay, again, right, I'm just Independence Live stuff here, right? So when we, right, I won't know exactly where we're going until you have this HES meeting tomorrow, right?
Yep.
Okay, so I'll be in contact.
Well, I'll be on site as early as I can, Kevin, to try and direct everybody to where they're supposed to go, obviously on the day, hopefully, and we should get this, should go ahead easily enough. As I said, we've got 2 plans in mind anyway. One is obviously using Holyrood Park,
of course,
and the other one's the preferred actually backup plan. Right,
okay, okay. So we will have a gazebo there as well, of course, but we're really part of the kind of stage area and all that, because of the multiple cameras and the big gazebo and all that. You know, so yeah, I'll definitely have to sort that out.
Well, definitely.
Right. Okay, let's have a look, see what's going on.
Plus, don't forget, we will have an on-demand banner stall there as well.
Right. So if you've got a stall, you're planning to bring a stall, just keep an eye on tomorrow, right, for definite, right, 3 o'clock. You know, but it's all happening, it's definitely happening.
We better have maybe even releasing a statement to say 5 o'clock or 6 o'clock, that way it's tea time viewing, which is probably a better time for everybody to see it. People are home for their work and whatever else, so we might actually just hold our statement until 5 or 6 o'clock.
So that makes sense, because it gives you time to chat about it anyway, doesn't it?
No, it gives us a chance to discuss it as an organisation team, and then obviously we will tell everybody else what our plans are for on the day.
Alright, yeah, that makes sense. So around about 5, 6 o'clock, statement released tomorrow.
It's a better viewing time at 6 o'clock, say anyway, time people get home for their work finishing at 5 and whatnot, it's probably about the best viewing time.
And that'll be a definitive?
Well, a definite, whatever it is, it gets discussed in the meeting. Obviously, whatever we agree, obviously on the day, we will tell our followers that's what's been agreed and that's what we sort of stick with.
Right. Okay, so Mary, will there be toilets in the park? Yeah, there'll be toilets.
Yep, definitely.
Okay.
Portaloos.
Any comments on the article? Don't know if you've seen it. This is for Marky Booth again. Any comments on the article in today's The National that 2,000 people are planning a sit-down protest on Princess Street ahead of the march start to protest the HES decision?
Police Scotland were in touch this morning regarding this. It's not actually part of Under One Banner organisation. It's not something we would actually endorse and support public disorder. But obviously if people decide to do that, there's nothing much Under One Banner can actually do. At the end of the day, people have their own opinion to do and express their own opinion in their own way.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay.
I've been more interested about the Indie Picnic, because that's a chance of breaking a world record, which would be quite interesting as well on historic Scotland land day.
Yeah, that would be good, wouldn't it?
What they're going to do about that? Obviously they would lap up all the credits for that, wouldn't they?
Yeah. So have you actually approached the Guinness Book?
Well, somebody I know has actually contacted them and asked them to pop along, so it'll be quite interesting. But if the police release a statement saying there was 23,000 people having a picnic, that's basically a world record.
Wow, okay, so definitely get along if you want to be part of a world record for a picnic.
So it's something we didn't actually anticipate to happen at this marching rally, but the barriers that Historic Scotland's placed upon us has brought this obviously to come out now, so it's quite interesting the fact we could actually break a world record on this day as well.
Yeah, well that's going to be fun, isn't it?
Oh, we've already broke a record in Glasgow for the biggest public procession since the anti-war demo.
Right, let's have another looky. I've got to refresh all these pages. Right. Okay, so let's see any further questions on this the livestream.com/independence live. All right, there is. Okay. Right, yeah. Lynn Moet, we have a yes bus coming from Glenrothes and leaving. Can't wait, enthusiasm is palpable. It's a nice wee comment.
Coming for leaving, good stuff.
Again, she's commenting on the protest. Have heard that there will be a protest in Princess Street Gardens prior to the march. Is this correct? Well, it's not.
Well, it's not part of the Under One Banner organisation, so I can't actually confirm that, to be honest with you. And as far as I'm led to believe, the actual event has actually been took down since it was actually published in the paper.
All right. Okay. Right. Well, I think that's it for the moment on the livestream.com/independence live page. I think if you've got questions, if you're watching there, they've got 13 people watching it and that, please post us a question, right? We'll just jump over and see what else is happening. Right, Facebook, Independence Live page. Yep. Let's see what we've got here. Helen Smith, see you all on Saturday. Yep.
See you Saturday, Helen.
Angus Scott, it will be awesome to be back in the march on Saturday after missing September's events, and hopefully Hess will do the right thing and see the sense they should have. Absolutely. Right. It's a shame I can't get to see all these messages, and I can only see the top 4 messages just now in the Facebook. I'm using an iPad, it's a bit problematic. Okay, let's look at All Under One Banner Facebook page, see what's happening there. Let's have a look here. Comments. Right. Sandra Malathi on Saturday. Murray Wellwood again. What stalls will be there on the day? Or
there's a big variety of stalls. I know there's at least 30 or 40 stalls anticipating turning up on Saturday, so there's a wide variety of stalls.
Okay, we've got John Rafferty. Is there any plans to have a future march in Kilmarnock?
Not next year, as far as I'm led to believe. We don't actually have Kilmarnock on my list. We've got Ayr on it, which is a wee bit sort of closer, which is within the vicinity.
Okay, we are the 45%.
That's refreshing.
Let's. Okay, come on. Let's have a look. Right. Comments in the march, this protest thing. Charlie Morris, hi Gary. There is talk of a sit down on Princess Street in protest against the Hess, which would inevitably be a media magnet and a distraction from All Under One Banner march. Any info, Gary? Or we've just.
Well, as I said, the actual event has been removed from Facebook, as far as I'm led to believe, and it was front page of the National today. That's why I've had the Chief Inspector on the phone regarding this situation today. But I don't actually see it going ahead because it is dividing All Under One Banner march and procession at the end of the day. But obviously, if people decide to do that, there's not something we can actually do about it, to be honest with you.
But it's got nothing to do with.
But it's not to do with All Under One Banner organisation in any shape or form.
Yeah. Right, the last Jacobites, do you think there is likely to be issues with the trains to the capital? Weather forecast is looking good for Saturday. Give a shout out to the Indy 500 marchers. Absolutely, 500 marchers. But any train issues, tricky one?
The train issues is a problem. Just try and leave yourself enough time for travelling to make sure if you miss the first train, always leave enough time to make sure there is time for another train or a bus or the same as well. These buses will be full. Because what I witnessed on the way up to Inverness, there was a bus stopping at Dunfermline and 2 people refused to go on the bus because the bus was fully booked. Basically, so that was 2 people that missed going to Inverness. So to avoid missing, leave yourself plenty of travelling time.
Yeah, absolutely. Right.
Myself in Glasgow, there's a bus every 10 to 15 minutes, so just try and leave yourself plenty of time just to make sure in case you need to get another bus.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Get up early to Edinburgh and join.
I would head through early enough, to be honest with you, that way, because a lot of people may just leave an hour to go, obviously. So if you try and leave, even say leave your own city from 9, 10 o'clock, because I'm sure there's plenty of things in Edinburgh we could be getting on with.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Okay, I think that. Right, okay, that's us for that. Let's have a little look at Twitter, see what's happening on Twitter. Anything in Twitter? Right. I think we're okay. So if you're on Twitter and you're watching this in the Periscope live stream, just put in the hashtag Ask Gary AUOB. You can see it on the live stream screen. Just tweet out your question using that hashtag and we'll be able to monitor it, okay? If you don't, no idea, right? So that's if you want to use Twitter Periscope. Okay, right, let's have a look at Independence Live. So I'm really looking forward to this one in Edinburgh. Gary, I'm just hoping we get a decent internet signal so we can do the live stream. It's always a killer.
It's going to be some sight coming down that Royal Mile.
Yeah, it certainly is. And we've got Jerry, we've got 4 live streams on the day, right? 1 from the main stage, and 3 other ones, 1 at the front of the march, 1 interviews in the middle of the march, and 1 a pass-by live stream so that we capture everyone.
Brilliant.
And we'll be starting earlier, right? Because we'll be incorporating other live streams, including the 500 miles
as well.
Right? We'll be covering that as well, and the Yes Bikers. We've actually got a Yes Bikers doing a live stream for us, which is pretty good.
Brilliant.
So it's going to be some day. I'm looking at the wrong stuff. Karen Rennie coming down from North East Fife, looking forward to it. Hope Pinar Halbith put on more buses. That's a bus company for there. And Ian's that's right, sorry Ian, my apologies, we get the brilliant Ian Russell, who's a live streaming god, really, isn't he?
He's a legend.
He's definitely a legend, you know. As long as he's, you know, his legs hold out.
As long as I'm not restricting him again.
Yeah. So Ian, I'm looking forward to seeing you. Helen Campbell, I'm so looking forward to seeing this on the Royal Mile. It's gone too quick, the messages just got. I can't look at more than 4 messages in the Facebook. Fiona Morag, Graham, I'll be watching Independence Live in Orkney. Fiona, you do a great job up in Orkney with your crew up there.
Brilliant.
Gabriel Tracy, Rollins Saturday, a family day. Family day eating picnics, Scotland be proud. Yeah, absolutely. Remember, we're going for a world record here, so you need to get yourself down to wherever it will be.
There's another thing I need to point out as well. See the fact we're coming down the Royal Mile, we're actually crossing 2 roads, so we've had to actually put a stewarding team in place at each one of these points. So please, the crowd, in the interest of public safety, listen to our organisation team, our stewards basically. If they ask you to stop, please stop, because the traffic will be ongoing if they ask you to stop.
Absolutely.
Yeah. This was one of the terms that this was actually agreed, the application, basically the fact that we have to man these crossing points, so it is a big issue.
Yeah.
We need people to stop and listen to our stewarding team.
Yeah. And you're going to have a meeting with all the stewards at the...
We've already done one, but we'll do one on the day with the police, with Chief Inspector and that as well, with the PLOs and that as well, obviously to discuss who's actually going on each one of the points. Plus we've got somebody to put in the actual control room as well to work with the police and fire engine services and ambulance services. Obviously it's all coordination. They've got to work for the office to correspond with us to get the message onto the ground to tell the people what to do. And it's obviously this is a request by Police Scotland to man these points. It's not something we've ever done before as an organisation, so it's a big test for us. Obviously we need a strong stewarding team, which I believe we have got.
On the day, if anybody wants to be a steward, they can still do that?
Yeah, not a problem. Obviously we've got a lot of people turning up via buses through other organisations. They 9 out of 10 they will bring their own stewards vests and that as well, and steward their own people. That is brilliant. It's something we will try and encourage as well.
Yeah, that's good.
Yourself stewarding issues, it's basically just common knowledge.
Right. Yeah, there's Edith just said that. I don't know if you saw that, Gary. Gary, can you remind folk to comply with stewards regarding road closures?
Yeah, I seen that.
Ian Marshland, can't wait to see everyone having a great time. Yeah, Donald McFarlane, if you can't make it to Riki, get the flags up on the bridges and the M8, etc. That's flags for India.
If MD's not gone, it's a good idea.
Wendy Newman, so excited bringing my 2 teenagers for our first march.
Brilliant. All under one banner stall.
That's right. If it's your first march, you can go to all under one banner stall and get a
first marcher badge.
Right, your first marching badge. So take your 2 teenagers to that stall, Wendy. Okay, so let's slow down a bit. Let's look at the other Facebook. Never plan to look at Facebook pages, but
it's where the comments up.
You've just got to roll with it, haven't you? Sandra Miller, very good point in this. Gary, can you answer that? Who is bringing the picnic blanket?
Have we got one big enough?
This is the thing, do we?
Well, that's the thing, if everybody brings their own individual blanket and their own picnic, basically we will be on the way to maybe breaking a world record if we can get over 22,000 people within Holyrood Park.
That would be excellent. There you go.
That's a big incentive if I've ever seen one.
Yeah, be part of a world record attempt, you know, get yourself down there. Biggest picnic in the world.
I can see the National maybe getting that a push tomorrow as well, possibly.
Yeah. What else have we got? That's that. Okay, so I think we've done that. I'll give it a little refresh and move on. Okay, we are the 45. And Justin Ross, good job everyone who organises and goes to these events. How do we all get past BBC buys and papers, newspaper lies, media, etc.? How do we? That's $1 million question.
That's $1 million question, but I believe this year BBC have actually gave grassroots organisers a lot more publicity than they have in the past couple of years. You can actually type into Google right now any of the marches we have done previously this year and there will be a BBC article. So they are actually following grassroots activists, as much as obviously we don't believe some of the news that they publish, but they are actually giving us some acknowledgement.
Yeah.
Obviously some is better than nothing.
Yeah, absolutely. We've got all this, the new Scottish kind of media type things out there, which has been really helpful.
With you guys, the people when they see exactly what's happening on the ground at the end of the day, you actually see how big your processions and how successful the rallies and the marches are.
You know, we've got like iScot magazine as well. That came off the back of Indie Ref. We've got, you know, Common Space, and there's Bella, and there's you know, all the other blogging that goes on. You know, Grousebeater and Wee Ginger Dog and Wings Over Scotland. My God, I forgot Wings Over Scotland. Right, so there's all this stuff came to the fore, isn't there?
As I said, we are the media at the end of the day. If somebody's got the knowledge and the power to use social media, use it to the best of our knowledge, the best we can.
Absolutely. So you know, if you know you've got an inclination for it, just start blogging or doing whatever.
That's the only way to do it.
Okay, I think I'm going to have to refresh that. So we're just jumping about all the. This has been live streamed to looking at any comments or questions. It's also on Twitter. You've got the hashtag there, as you can see on screen. Put in a hashtag and a question for Gary. Right, let's have a little look at our live stream channel. Getting back to, it looks like a comment here. Mary's looking forward to getting her first March badge.
Brilliant.
Oh, that's a great idea.
Yeah, it is actually.
Okay.
Might have to end up going and making a few more, I think.
I think so. I think I'm going to have to refresh this page as well. Right. While that's refreshing, let's go into it. Just post the question forever you're watching this. We've given up trying to
try to keep up with all.
Just do whatever. Right, just get the questions to us, okay? Whenever you're watching it, post it and we'll try and monitor it. I think I'm missing someone. I'm at Twitter. Alright, live stream channel, Twitter. Okay, we'll get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. HES, that's what's it, Historical
Environmental Scotland.
Historical Environmental Scotland. Right, okay, so where am I now? I'm on Independence Live Facebook page having a look at comments or questions. No, I'm not. I'm on the wrong bit. Okay, one for Mike Fenwick, our good friend Mike. Kev, repeat this, buddy. Oh no, it's gone.
The people's saltire, it's an idea that Mike Fennick has about making a human saltire on Holyrood Park, which is an amazing idea, because that could end up being the front page of the National by Monday, I think, if we get a good shot of that. Right, okay, and I need to talk. Has Mike talked about how he's going to organise that today? Yep, it's not. He's tried it at the Indie Camp with just a couple of people, obviously, to try and get the idea across. But to actually make a human saltire, it's a big achievement, obviously. The amount of people we'll actually have attending that day, so it is very plausible to do it. Right, okay. We might, if we get the time, we'll talk to Mike further about that. No, John, you can't pretend you're a first marcher. So people try to scam you out of badges, so if you're a first time matcher, you can go to the All Under One Banner tent and claim your badge, which I think is a great idea. Just as well our people know who are first time matchers. So anybody try to scam you out of your badge, you've got you clocked. You can pay a tenner for it now. Okay, unfortunately I'm going to have to figure out how to get to all these comments. Right, okay. I tell you what, let's see if I've got the Facebook app on here. This must be easier. Got a bit easier way to do this. Right. It's because a live video only shows you so much, because even if people comment and you try to go into them, you'll not get the comments. I know. So I'm now going to try the Facebook Pages Manager app to try and look at things. The Facebook Pages Manager app, because this might actually make it easier to see all the comments. I can't see all the comments. Possibly. What possibly? We're doing a live stream. There's somebody trying to come through the door there, folks. Right. Okay, so let's see if we can see the comments in this, Gary. What time do we make it? past. Might go for a wee bit longer now that I've see if this works. Right. So. Okay, Independence Live, let's see the comments, hopefully, for this, while it shows them all. 34 people watching at the moment, 142 comments, I can't even see them all, it's so frustrating. Right, okay. You can though. Right, okay, so this is better. Gavin Wilson, it's my first time march, Gary. I have not marched in Edinburgh. It's my first time march. Okay, well, Gary. Gavin, I've seen you with a Celtic tap on. Yeah, you know who it is. So, well, if you go to All Under One Banner, you get your free little first time marchers badge. He's not a first timer, but that's the first time. No, Edith's just there. No. Nice one, Edith. Okay, so let's scroll up. I'd like to ask why Gary and others. Oh, do we need that? Let's see if we can get. I can't open up. Can't open up the map. I can't actually open up the messages, the full comment. Just won't let me do it. Okay, can't even do it. I can see part of the message. I can see some. The march has not been cancelled. The only problem is the finishing rally point. So either way, the march is going ahead. They cannot stop this anyway. Even if I wanted to stop it, I couldn't stop it. Okay, Pete, it's going ahead, mate. Right. Okay. Princess Street, by the way, Pete, Princess Street's garden protest, if that's what you're alluding to, has got nothing to do All Under One Banner. It's a separate thing. The event for it has been cancelled, but if people want to go and protest, that's their right to do so. Right to do so. Can I pretend to be a first match for a badge? I would say he could do it if he's given a donation. The only problem is we know John Lovey. Your clock. Colin Story, can you set up a corner where your tech genius can help us set up live streams there and then? I'm not too sure. Colin, come over to the Independence Live gazebo, right? We'll be near the front, right? Now we'll be busy, but I'm going to be gazebo manager for this, and Gavin will be in doing the main live stream. A lot of times, see when I'm trying to live stream, concentrating on that, trying to monitor everything. It's virtually. You don't need distractions. People are constantly tapping in the back, right? But I'm going to be stage manager for this, for the gazebo, right? So that
nobody harasses Gavin. But if you want to come up and say, you know, wave to us at the gazebo or whatever, I'll answer any questions to do with live streaming, right? Okay? Very keen to promote that, so no problem, Colin. And I think it says we've got 100 odd comments, but it's not showing them again. Oh, snookered. Right, I don't know why, it's just not showing them, even in that much. Right, okay, let's collapse that. I don't know if there's another way we can get to these comments. It's not doing it, is it?
Strange.
It's not doing it. Right, okay, forget that. Close that. Won't let us see the comments, but we can navigate some of them. Okay, so all under one banner. Can you see it? It's on there somewhere. Jeez, these are all the ones I'm editor on. I'm losing track.
Sorry, I've got another photo to stick you on.
Yeah, have you? Oh God, dear God. I'm trying to 45. Let's see. Let's see if we can see. At least we'll get. Is it still going out live to that? I've got a big message up on my computer. Right. Hopefully the live stream's still going okay. It's looking a bit scary. Right. Okay. So it's not. It doesn't seem to be going out in the 45. Back to the pages. Let's have a look at this. Okay. Let's refresh that page. Let's look at see if we get any in Twitter, any messages in Twitter with that hashtag. It seems to be very quiet in Twitter. Wait a minute, is this another one for Pila? Right, yeah, okay. Sorry if you've already answered this, but are the 500 miles walkers going at the head of the march on Saturday?
No, the usual pipers will be leading the march along with the wheelchair processions. Basically, we've asked Dave Llewellyn and the rest of them to fall in behind the front of the actual march itself. Obviously, we've always got our pipers who have led us all year round who will be leading us again in Edinburgh. Nothing changes for the capital at the end of the day. As people got to understand, this application has been in since March this year, so we have been well prepared in advance for this march, and our plans are sticking to our plans.
Just to comment on the 500 mile walkers, that is some.
As it's some, John, I'd love to have been part of that as well. Just other things ongoing just now, other than that, I'd have been doing it as well.
Yeah, they've done brilliantly, and what happened at Stirling Castle, dear me.
It just sort of highlighted more about historical Scotland, obviously, the fact of what they are.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Alright, let's see if we can
show people a saltire and they get frightened.
I know. Okay, it doesn't seem to be much happening on that. Right, okay. Right, so YouTube, let's see anything happening on YouTube. Any comments? No comments. Alright, all under one banner. Let's see what's happening here. Don't know if I refresh this, these new ones. Right, June Dalrymple wasn't going to come, but now you have said the protest isn't near the march. Me and my English husband will be there. Yeah, absolutely, June. Remember, it's not part of all under one banner. The event's actually been taken down, but those people have got every right to protest if they want. But it's not endorsed by all under one banner.
It's not one of our events that we've set up.
Right. Okay.
Another one there, somebody's asked for a map of the procession. The actual marches get down the Royal Mile, so there is no actually a need for a map because it's actually coming down the full Royal Mile. It's the straightest straight you can get. It's the most iconic place in Scotland just now, to be honest with you, the Royal Mile.
Yeah, just follow everybody.
No, basically just follow the crowd and listen to the chants.
Yeah, absolutely. What else? Anything else yet? I think I'll give that a refresh. So have you got any thoughts about next year? Is that?
Obviously next year the first one's obviously Glasgow, and I've got a short straw again by facing Glasgow, so obviously if Edinburgh's bigger than Glasgow this year, it puts pressure on Glasgow again to try and beat Edinburgh, obviously, which is interesting. It's a good position to be in, obviously.
Yeah, absolutely. I've been when I've been tweeting out my promo, the live stream promo, Independence Live live stream promo for Edinburgh, right? I keep putting, well, Glasgow got 1,000 retweets. Can Edinburgh beat it? You know?
As it's all a pressure game at the end of the day. If people share everything that they see, there wouldn't be a case of that, obviously.
Yeah. So, as I just said, people, if you're on Twitter, go retweet it, right? 1,000 was just over 1,000 we got for Glasgow last year.
Well, especially just now, since it seems Facebook seems to be restricting our posts on the event page. So if you see a post on the event page, share it on, please.
Absolutely. All right, let's try and refresh this page again. All right, so it's, there you go. It's showing you live on the browser, but on the Facebook Pages Manager, it's not showing it has been live in this. We are the 45% page. It's bizarre. Okay, let's go check them out. Come on, shows. Right, come on. Right. Okay, so Mary Stobble, I'm with you, heart and soul for Saturday. Nice one, Mary.
A farce for good.
Don't know what that's about.
A farce for good. The counter protest.
All right. Oh yeah, yeah, farce. Yeah, remember, you know, if you're, you know, if you've got a Union Jack flag, you can bring it, and the police have set aside for you, so you'll be safe, always safe. Nobody's getting any problems, man. So, you know, there will be a counter protest usually.
Yeah, well, they will be put behind a barrier this time, because Police Scotland did contact them about our concerns about protecting our people in our procession, because obviously we know how to behave, and quite a lot of these people don't know how to behave. I'm not saying a force for good don't know how to behave. I believe they're a well-organised organisation, but it's other people who they encourage to come to their event. It could be problems. Yeah. That's why they will be put behind a barrier this time as well, just like they did in Dundee.
What time's the march kicking off?
We leave exactly on 1 o'clock, so well, the gathering, basically the road will be closed from about 12 o'clock onwards, obviously, to let people assemble and get into line. So we're trying to encourage a 4 to 6 abreast, basically going all the way down the Royal Mile. We try to keep track the best we can to try and keep the people together, so we're not breaking off all over the place.
Yeah, we've got Andrew McLeod. How many people do you think will attend? Could it break 2 records in one day? We need to big up the picnic, of course. So there's a world picnic record possibly in the go here. If we get over 23,000, is it?
Yeah, 22,000 is the old record. So if we can get to 23,000, that would be a world record for an independence picnic, which is good publicity, obviously, as well, which we didn't expect or anticipate. But obviously, it's something we will try and encourage.
We've got Carol Goddard, can't do the march due to health problems. Do want to come to the picnic though. Picnic is in the park being used regardless of HEC.
Well, Historic Scotland have actually cancelled an event that they actually had set up for some kind of volcano building for on Saturday. That event is now actually being cancelled due to 200 events being set up for on Holyrood Park. So I don't think they've got enough space in Holyrood Park after we've been there.
Okay. Elizabeth Barber. Hello, be there with my 15-year-old grandson. He's been with me at every one we've been able to attend.
Brilliant.
Do you get it's not a badge for I've been at the mall?
I think it's something you need to look into. That's the idea behind the t-shirts. So obviously that's why it's got all the dates printed on the back of them. That way you can have the t-shirt and say I was proud to be part of that organisation all year.
Yeah, so fair play to you, Elizabeth, and your grandson, and you know, bring as many people as you can. Bring your friends.
Bring the dog, bring the cat if you can get it on a lead.
Absolutely. Now, better check out the time because we've got stuff to do, and I've got certain people to pick up for school. So
enjoys it.
Absolutely. So we'll just do another little quick tour, see if there's anything on the live stream channel. Okay, yeah, there's a couple of things. Fiona McGregor. The Guinness Book of Records picnic idea is brilliant. If anything is going to give us some mainstream media coverage, it's that.
Totally agree with you on it.
I think that's us. Okay, we'll leave it at that, right? We'll close that down. Right, last chance for Twitter.
It's been dead for some reason.
Dead, hasn't it? I've probably done something wrong here.
It's strange, Twitter.
It is. I thought they'd get more comments come through. Right, okay. Righty, so right, let's have a look at the Independence Live Facebook page. Unfortunately, I've not been able to look at all the comments because I just, next time I'm going to bring my laptop.
Vanish.
I'm going to bring my laptop over and do this because this, using iPads is a total pain.
Yeah, we'll try and book it in for before May then.
Yeah, absolutely. Oh, there's John Lovey, 15 minutes of fame done. I get a badge. You're not getting a badge, John. Right?
He's persistent, I'll give him his due.
Maybe create a special badge for John.
Well, don't say that, he'll make him feel special now.
Okay, Ian Marshland, this is Scotland's opportunity to show the world how we feel about our independence. Absolutely. Absolutely, Ian.
Ian, we'll see you on Saturday.
Absolutely. Jackie Cooper, bringing my 6-year-old granddaughter, my daughter and a friend who's a former Labour voter. That's brilliant, brilliant. Well done, Jackie, and fair play to you, bringing your granddaughter. If you know, a wee badge could be had, first time badge, if it's your first time at one of these, just got the all under one banner.
I got it under one banner still. We've actually got bubbles and that as well with the logo and that on it as well, so there's a lot of kiddie things there as well. We've done a limited edition of kids t-shirts as well.
Oh, that's excellent.
So that'll be the first time they're actually on sale because the only ones we've done in Glasgow were just adult sizes basically, so we've had to cater for the kids this time.
Brilliant. Ian, final thanks very much, Gary and Kevin. See you Saturday. Absolutely, Ian. Really privilege and pleasure to see you on Saturday. I can't wait, mate. Okay, and I'm going to now close the Independence Live Facebook page. I'm not looking at it anymore. All under one banner. Let's see if we get in here. I need to do a refresh. Oh, such a pain. Right, refreshing that. YouTube, anything that? Last chance for YouTube. Don't see anything in that. Right, so I'm going to close that. 45. Let's see anything on here. Okay, I think we're...
That's the same.
Okay, so we're going to drop that, and I think no more questions. That was quite good. Do you know what I didn't get to do? Show people with other camera. I'm going to do it. Right, watch this, folks. Right, how's that for a camera angle? Forgot to do it. That's the little webcam sitting above us on the banner. And there's Gary, and that's us both. Okay, Gary, I can't wait to Saturday. I'm sure there's a million questions I was going to ask you, but
there's vanished now.
See, you're trying to kind of monitor the technical stuff and all that. The head goes, it's like you're pulled in all directions. But listen, total respect to all under one banner and everybody involved with it. And you know,
at the end of the day, Kevin, we're only as good as the people that turn up to support us. Yeah. Without them, we wouldn't be a success.
Absolutely. So we need as many people there as is possible. Right, bring your cats, dogs.
Aye, even bring your parrot if you've got one.
If you've parrots, goldfish, anything, right? Come along, let's have a good day. You know, there's going to be a picnic there. We're going to try and break a world record. You know, let's make this the biggest march. You know, break record for that as well.
Oh, we've got Glasgow to beat, so as much as I'm for Glasgow, I'd rather beat Glasgow, and then it puts the pressure back on Glasgow again.
As Gary said, you know, I'm for Glasgow. You know, the thought of Edinburgh beating is painful, but we want it. It's good pain. We want you to beat us, right? So, you know, please come on Saturday, and it's peace and love from Glasgow.
Aye, definitely.
Just now, you need to figure out how to stop this live stream when I've got to press it in the computer. A bit tricky. I know what to do, right? Okay, I know what to do, right? Okay, folks, we're going to say goodbye, right? So it's a bye-bye from us. I'm going to pop the glasses. If I can figure this out, right, see, how's that?